go away.
Tara na. Kasama yung cover ko. Tara na.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Hart.
And former Sixth Man of the Year winner Eric Gordon is such an integral part of this Rockets run of success.
Now this Knicks has a secondary scorer, a physical player. He can hold his own defensively.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden has led the league in points per game the last 3 seasons. And the Beard said, honestly, it's not even about me scoring. Teams are playing me for the pass. I just try to make the best play, and whether that's scoring or passing, every game is different. Kevin, back to you.
D.A., he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Vidal in at the point. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Gordon is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Tucker in at the 5. And so off the tip, it's New York. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game.
A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
Junior kicks to Barrett. Trying to get open is Randall. And Barrett with the basket on the assist by Junior. Barrett's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for the Knicks. Westbrook passes to Harden. No good with the triple. And a fast break now for New York. There's the double team with Westbrook. Back to Knox. Pass to Vidal. Right side Robinson. And he converts the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Harden finds Tucker. Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront.
He's a participant of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good 2s. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
And another steal for him.
The steals just don't end with him, and now he has a good look at the season record.
The instincts, the tenacity he has shown on the defensive end all season long is awe-inspiring.
And every steal gets him closer to the top spot. He sits at 301, and it isn't unthinkable that he could get there this season.
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Westbrook dishes to Harden. Westbrook kicks to Harden. And they get it. And it's good on the layup.
We love to see Harden come up the floor, assesses the situation, and then it's a decisive action.
New York's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Vidal, and Junior throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Now, here's Westbrook. He's guarded by Vidal. Westbrook passes to Tucker. Back to Westbrook. Pocket 6. Gordon finds Harden. For Barrett. And the basket by Harden.
Well, I think playmaking has always been in Gordon's DNA. He loves to score, don't get me wrong. He also loves to shoot.
To the middle, here's Robinson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
The NBA is such an international phenomenon, Kenny. Tearing up this league are some young guns who started outside of the U.S.
Yeah, Giannis, Jokic and Doncic, they come to mind. He's probably 3 of the top 10 players in basketball right now. It's not, I don't even say it anymore. I don't say international player. I just say he's a player now. I never think about Giannis as an international player.
Our game's been global for so long now that's a great point because, you know, we had Dirk and we've had Nash and we've had Akeem. You know, some of our all-time greats weren't from America.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker.
What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Now Westbrook. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rockets trail by 11. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Here's Vidal. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Kicks it out to Harden. It's stolen by Barrett. And a fast break now for New York. Junior with the ball. Good on the shot. Knox has got 5 now.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston.
Nice. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And the Rockets making a change here. Houses checked in. Westbrook dishes to Harden. The kick out to Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Westbrook's got a couple of threes now in the first for Houston. Kenny, these days you need versatile defenders. In your opinion, who does the best job of guarding from point guard to center in the NBA?
Oof, you got Kawhi, you got AD. I would add Paul George in the mix. Sure. I would add Patrick Beverly in the mix. I would add P.J. Tucker, guys who can play multiple defender positions. Avery Bradley. I would add him in there. You notice most of them on the same team, huh?
Harden the pass to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
And give Harden credit. He has simply mastered the art of drawing contact.
It's his first trip to the line, so both teams making some changes here.
He's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And Harden comes to help. Pass to Payton. And here's Junior. 38 points for him last game against Indiana.
And I felt like his offense fed right into his D. He caused a bunch of turnovers. There was just no let up in him all night. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Rockets trail by 16. A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Now, here's Junior. Tight defense on him, and Portis throws it down.
And you risk getting dunked on, posterized. I mean, if you let Portis get good positioning, don't be surprised.
Down low, here's Green. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Gibson. The Knicks leading by 18. Vidal, the pass to Portis. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Wow, the superb strength of Portis. You got to hit him.
And so here is Houston. They trail by 18. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They were flat out sniping from deep. They look very comfortable pulling the trigger on the road.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Alfred Payton is out there with Junior, and it's Taj Gibson. Then it's Barrett, and it's Portis in at the power forward position. Kenny, you played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits do they share, and how were they different?
Well, the great thing about all of them, they had me. So that made it,
check that box, right? Move that off to the side.
It's something that they all had in common. I'm not saying that it's me, but it is him. I think what makes them great, what makes them great is the ability to relate, and also the ability to change direction. Like, you could have a game plan and then all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one if it's not.
Well, I even go a step further. You're also, the great coaches adapt to their personnel as opposed to trying to make the personnel adapt to them. That's why Greg Popovich stand out for me. I remember when the Spurs used to be beating you in the 80s.
Yeah.
Shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
I just love the edge that Westbrook plays with. He really goes out every minute on the floor and plays with great intensity.
Gordon out there with Robert Covington. Then it's McLemore. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Westbrook in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Over in the corner, Randall. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Randall's got 8.
Great recognition from Randall. Seeing an opportunity to rise in fire and making use of it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Pacers, delivered quite a performance. He dropped in 38 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. You hear players talk about growing up the first time they ever dunked, magical moment. Kenny, I'm sure you can think about that moment. Well, what stands out for you more? The first time you dunked in a game, or the first one overall when you were a kid growing up in New York?
I say there's 3 magical moments for me.
Besides this?
Yeah.
Besides sitting here courtside.
This is more than magic.
Make it 4. Make it 4.
This is more than magic. This is much more than magic. My first moment, first basketball game ever. I remember that vividly. I was in the 3rd grade, so I was 7 or 8 years old. First game ever. I remember putting on a uniform for the first time. Other than that, I never had a uniform, so I remember that. First college game, running out for North Carolina. And the last moment is, which no NBA team does, I cut the nets down when we won the championship. So those are my 3 most memorable.
I do remember, and it's funny how much time I spent the first time I dunked.
You remember that? You know
why? We were all pretty athletic back then. But like what I remember most about it though is, you know how many hours you would spend trying to get that first dunk, right? I mean, you would be in the gym literally.
I don't remember my first dunk.
And how old? 9th grade.
Good.
Heaven on earth. Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Westbrook passes to Gordon. Here's McLemore. Westbrook wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Randall. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Houston making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And James Harden subbed in for McLemore. And New York with a change here, too. Barrett's checked in. Gordon finds Westbrook. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the vision. So the more you, like I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't go, it have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, you know, but the repetition will help.
And, you know, there are some guys that, you know, some of the great shooters don't have great, I mean, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Securing his spot on the highlight reel. Harden gets creative on a monster slam.
Junior with it. 38 points for him last game against Indiana.
And look, it was more than his scoring. He was dominant on D. His steal numbers for that game were crazy.
Westbrook with the steal, and now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way, and the shot goes in. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You want something done right? Let Westbrook do it. No help needed, and give him the ball and get out his way.
And Harden comes to help. Vidal, the pass to Knox. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 18 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Westbrook up top, guarded by Vidal. And it's Westbrook missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Vidal, the pass to Barrett. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Shot, high post. Jump shot is good that time. 15 points in the game.
I can't think of many more dynamic scorers than Westbrook. He gives opponents nightmares.
Here's Vidal. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Right side, Westbrook. Over Junior. Westbrook missing again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
This game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
Out to the wing. Three-pointer on the way. Westbrook missing again.
But he had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. And it hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
And that one, good. Barrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Westbrook with the bucket. And what about our special guest? Kenny, thanks for taking the time to join us, dropping by. Always a pleasure. You add so much to the broadcast.
Man, thanks for having me. This is just great.
Thank you. And what an experience it was, Greg, to have Kenny joining us. You always know he's going to give you his honest opinion, which makes him so great.
Kevin, and throughout his playing days and now as a broadcaster, Kenny has never pulled any punches. He'll tell it to you like it is, and that's one reason he is so beloved.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Julius Randle. And Maurice Harkless subbed in for Kevin Knox. Here's Clemens, 11 points in the game. And the pass to Kaboko. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. New York's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Here's Gibson and another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And here's Harden for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Junior's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Oh, what a beautiful play.
What intensity. Did you see that? Great.
Rising and punching it. That was an angry finish.
He wanted that dunk to stand out for sure. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Harden. And they get it. The Knicks pull it in. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, should be a fun game to watch. I mean, 2 teams that don't see each other that much. They'll learn a lot about each other tonight.
And so it's new.
Thank you, Kevin. Alfred, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting out the run fast and getting up the court.
We'll see if you can keep running in the second half, Alfred. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their mates.
He was very creative in how he orchestrated the offense.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. And it's Vidal in at the point guard position. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Randall dishes to Junior. Some nice passing by New York here. Back to Knox.
Hey, right here.
Shot clock at 6. Junior with it. Westbrook picks him up. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. They get Russell Westbrook. The Knicks have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Passes it to Tucker. Back to Westbrook. They need this. Robinson pulls it in.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
Here's Harden, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on R.J. Barrett.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
Harden hits them both.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
There's the double team with Westbrook. Junior kicks to Barrett. Vidal, the pass to Barrett. Now, here's Junior, guarded by Harden.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Pass to Barrett. He kicks it to Junior. There's the double team with Westbrook. There's the pass to Vidal. The shot from the low post is good. Junior's got 11 in the second half.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
High arcing shot, and that one's good. Westbrook.
Showing muscle right there. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Junior way outside. And again, New York with the triple.
And they have come out of halftime in fuego.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Tucker. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his third foul of the game for the Rockets. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Ben McLemore in for Gordon. Alfred Payton. And the new group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Bobby Portis comes in for Kevin Knox. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Damian Dotson. And Junior subbed in for Ntilikina. Clemens passes to Kavoka. Here's Clemens, covered by Payton. Count that bucket. Clemson's got 15.
And look, he's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Passes it to Vidal. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Knicks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I see those numbers read pretty well. It's checked in for Alfred Payton, and he makes both free throws. Here's Clemens, 15 points in the game. He swipes the ball away again.
His march towards history continues with that steal.
Well, Greg, now he is tied for the most steals in a season. You can't begin to describe it having another steal.
And remember that steal, folks. History has been made.
GA, he now stands #1 all-time for most steals in a season. A simply sensational year.
Every game he's come up with steal after steal, and now he owns the top spot on the steals list all time, wiping out the previous record of 301 set back in 1986. And here on the road, he's playing the villain role to perfection, robbing and stealing with reckless abandon.
Like he's done all season, one of the best pickpockets in league history.
All year it's been this way. I mean, once in a while, he'll guess wrong, but he's guessing right at a crazy pace.
Pass to Carroll, doubled by Vidal. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Shots good by McLemore.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
Now, here's Barrett. 15 points in the game. Here's Harkless. That 3 off the mark. The Rockets shooting 47%, pretty solid. Clemens passes to Kavoka, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Gordon's checked in for McLemore. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Julius Randle's checked in for Taj Gibson. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. And Junior throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Clemens passes to Gordon. Here is House. And there's the pass to Clemens. 6 to shoot. There's Gordon with the 3. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Carroll. Lets it go from deep. And it's Junior with the rebound. Junior's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Got it off in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the New York Knicks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. You've got Gordon, Chandler out there with MYCAREER, and it's Mwaba in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Clemens. He's covered by Vidal. Kicks it out to Gordon. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
And so here is New York. And here's Junior. Makes good on the step-back jumper.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Clemens. There's the dish to Gordon. Passed in Mwaba. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. Here's Clemens. He's covered by Vidal. And the basket by Gordon.
Gordon has always been a lethal perimeter shooter. When he gets a clean look, he doesn't hesitate pulling the trigger.
Here's Vidal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon. Free throw good, Junior.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
The Knicks making a switch here. Ellington's checked in.
That's what they want to see from him, attacking, getting whistles, and then maybe causing some foul trouble.
And it goes down 2 points.
Almost unchallenged by the D. All he's got to do is convert the easy finish in the lane.
It's stolen by Carroll. Oh, and here comes Carroll all alone, pushing it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Vidal, and another one falls.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Here's Vidal. And Junior throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And stolen by Junior. Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Clemens passes to Chandler. For 3, Gordon doesn't go that time. And New York will come the other way. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. Free throw good, Junior. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That will be foul number 5 on him.
That's number 5 on him. No room for error anymore. I bet they'll take it at him right now. They'll try to get him out the game.
That's tipped. Stolen by Robinson.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
And it's Junior missing.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Another miss by Houston.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Rockets making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and what was like go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seemed to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. Eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Harkless kicks to Junior. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Clemens with the bucket. Clemson's got 7 now in this quarter.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Vidal. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And even though it didn't go down, he did some nice work to get that inside.
Harkless the pass to Vidal. 5 to shoot. And again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
They've got this lead because he's at the top of his game. He has been the story tonight.
And another one falls. Amazing.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Here's Clemens, guarded by Vidal. And he gets the bucket. Clemson's got 13 points in the second half. Here's New York. And Junior throws it down hard.
And how about the look at the midair theatrics, switching hands before the slam?
Wow, added just a touch of class to that throwdown. Top of the key, Nwaba. That shot misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Green. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for New York. Here is Harden. Shoots over Bullock. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Harden's got 20.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he knocks down the first one. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Rockets have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Lobbed up there for Chandler. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Dotson kicks to Junior. Picked him clean. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
And that one's good, Junior.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Harden finds Chandler. High post try, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harden's got 14 points here in the second half.
Oh, and that catch and shoot, Jay, from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
And another turnover here by New York. Caboclo's checked in for Houston. And New York with a change here, too. Ellington's checked in. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Aston Mwaba. Here's Clemens, covered by Vidal. Gibson with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden. And he can't get the first one. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. And anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
And it's Junior missing. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Ellington grabs the miss. And the Knicks with possession here. Here's Vidal. Stolen away. Lets it fly from 18. And he gets the jumper to drop. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Junior.
He's had an effect on every part of this game, a triple-double. What more can you say? It's been a one-man show. Today was a good day. I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
And hustle like that is why he leads this team in rebounds tonight.
It's all heart. He does a great job of getting after it.
Heartless, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Here's Chandler, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Ellington the pass to Vidal. Harkless kicks to Bullock. To the inside. Here's Vidal. Good. That's another bucket. And there it is. 82 points.
And this is a game that he will never forget.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. By himself. And Junior throws it down.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Harden the pass to Chandler. To the middle. Here's Caboclo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. And the foul called on Junior. That's foul number 2 for him. So no problem for New York as they get the win. I'll read